Imagine if the movie Forrest Gump wasn't made by spineless cowards. You don't have to imagine it. That movie is called Born on the 4th of July. We've written songs about Born on the 4th of July. Andy, had you seen Born on the 4th of July before?
I had not. Had you?
Be 4th of July? I hadn't. No.
Oh.
My whole knowledge of this movie was the Family Guy bit, where they're having the parade on the 4th of July, and they say, and here's director Oliver Stone, promoting his new movie, Born on the 4th of July 2. Born on the 5th of July. Promises to be more July-ier than the 1st.
Yes, I remember that, yes. A very PG joke.
Yes, yeah. Early Family Guy.
Yeah.
This is one of 3 Oliver Stone movies made about the Vietnam War. He, of course, is a Vietnam veteran, so it is fitting that Oliver Stone would make these movies. That being said, this is now the first of the movies that I've seen that he's made about the Vietnam War.
Oh, okay. I've seen Platoon. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. It's good. I never saw the third. It's like Heaven and Earth or something like that.
With Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, never saw it. I think this is the most dour movie we've done for this podcast.
Dour cream and onion potato chips.
Excellent.
Born on the 4th of July is based on a true story. It's based on the autobiography by Ron Kovic. Born on the 4th of July. Is it Kovic, right? That's how you pronounce the name?
I believe so, yes.
Kovac. I couldn't tell from watching the movie what was the correct pronunciation. And watching this movie, it really did feel like Forrest Gump is a parody of Born on the 4th of July.
Like you said, a cowardly version of this. And also, like, kind of leaning, like, hey, Vietnam, not too bad, huh? Where in this one's like, no, it's the worst thing that's ever happened.
Forrest Gump treated Vietnam like one of those things where it was, man, we're having a party until it's sad.
Yeah.
This at no point is the Vietnam War shown as a good or happy event.
No. Robbie, I got a little bit of trivia for you.
Hit me with it.
Okay, what day and month do you think Ron Kovic was born?
The 8th of October.
Robbie, you are as foolish as the day is long.
Well, the day is only 12 hours long, Andy.
Robbie, you are as foolish as you are beautiful.
When was he born?
The 4th of July. You rube.
You Jack Ruby. I genuinely did not realize he was literally born on the 4th of July until like an hour into this movie when they were celebrating his birthday. Stupid Robbie over here thought it was just like an America thing.
Yeah, it's an America thing. You wouldn't get it. Other countries. Rob, I think that this movie is very similar to Forrest Gump in that the protagonist, kind of a dumb guy.
Yes, but he's dumb in a different way. This is a guy who has been brainwashed for America his entire childhood.
As were most people.
Wasn't Forrest Gump drafted into Vietnam? Like, he didn't choose to go.
I don't remember. I think he was drafted.
Ron Kovic chooses to go to Vietnam.
Yeah. So did Oliver Stone. He enlisted as well.
It's kind of tough to grade the story of this movie because it is based on a true story. It's based on the autobiography, Born on the 4th of July. But they added things into the movie, which one thing hurts, one thing helps. The friendly fire stuff is not in the book. They do that really well in the scene later on when Ron Kovic goes and talks to the Wilson parents.
Yeah, that's like the most powerful scene in the movie.
And even earlier than that, we see him trying to write the letter to the Wilsons. That's done really well. Another thing that was added into the movie was this girlfriend Donna, the Kira Sedgwick character. No purpose to this movie whatsoever.
There's a few things that I would cut out. Like, Willem Dafoe is great, but that whole Mexico thing, I would have cut that out. I don't, it has like no bearing on anything.
I think the fight in Mexico between Ron Kovic and Willem Dafoe's character, which is Charlie, pretty weird that name Charlie for the Vietnam War. I think that fight is very important to Ron Kovic coming back to America. Because when he goes down to Mexico, he goes down there and all the people he sees in Mexico have given up on this idea of living as an American citizen. These are all Americans. These are all war veterans. But they're so fed up with their treatment that they'd rather live down in Mexico.
Yeah.
And while they're all acting very happy, when we see that fight between Dafoe and Tom Cruise, I think that's when Ron Kovic's like, no, you know what? I'm gonna work to better America instead of just wasting the rest of my life drinking down in Mexico. When I say this character of Donna, the Kira Cedric character, does nothing, Mexico kind of reinforces that idea because he's getting these prostitutes down in Mexico. I'm thinking he's gonna feel guilty and come back to Donna, but she's long out of the movie by the time we're in Mexico.
Yeah, she's gone like halfway through the movie.
And we don't get any resolution to that story. They go to this one protest at Syracuse University. Go Orange. And then she's gone.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that because before that, anyone who opposes the Vietnam War, he's like, what? I fought for this country. You don't love it, leave it. But then she says it, and he's like, oh, well, he like tries to change the subject, but then he's like in it. And I think that's his first, maybe... That's the first, because then after that, he starts drinking, and he's like, America let me down, and all this stuff. And it's like, I think she kind of opened his eyes to that.
Oh, I agree to that, but have her stay in the movie.
I agree.
If you're going to create this character, because that's the thing, this character was created for the movie. If you're going to create this character, have her be a bigger part of his life as opposed to just this one scene, and then, okay, now he's off on his own. You created this character for the movie. You didn't need to do that.
Well, I think that this movie has really high highs of like, wow, this is like a really well-made movie, and like the acting is incredible. And then it's got like pretty low lows. Like, and I think it what it does often is big bombastic scenes where people are screaming at each other. And this is like Oscar bait, essentially, you know? And then it's followed by a more nuanced, quiet scene. And to me, the loud scenes, I think, are too much. I think the acting is overacting. I think it's not good at points. But then the scene that follows, it's like really good. So like an example is when he comes home and he's drunk and he's like screaming at his mom, and they're like, you're gonna wake the neighbors, and he's like, he just starts calling their names. He's like, the Wilsons, the you know, he's calling all their names. They're having a big blowout fight. He's screaming, penis, you know, all that stuff. It's like, it's way over the top, and the mom's like, I damn you to hell. All of that is too much. It's too much. But then it's followed by him and the dad, and the dad's like, man, you gotta get help. And he's like, who's gonna love me, Dad? And that's like so powerful and good. But like, I feel like it was undercut by that loud, frankly, hammy and bad scene.
You're objectively wrong.
Okay.
That is absolutely a scene of an alcoholic coming home and getting into a fight with their family.
Yes. I think that Tom Cruise's acting, I think maybe it's his voice. Because when he yells, he sounds funny.
Tom Cruise is so good in this movie. I think this is the best Tom Cruise performance I've ever seen. I thought that scene with him and his mother is excellent. When they're screaming at each other. When he says, they told me it's a sin to play with your penis, and now I wish I could play with mine. And he just starts ripping the catheter out.
I thought it was a bit much.
That's insane. I thought that was a very realistic interpretation of a drunk war veteran with PTSD coming home and just getting screamed at by his family.
Sure. Also, you know who the dad is?
Wrong kid, Dad.
Wrong kid, Dad. Yeah, I just thought the quieter scenes were way more impactful.
No, that's fine.
It even happens. It happens later. Like the fight between Willem Dafoe and Ronnie Kovic. Like they're fighting and they're screaming "fuck you," like at each other, and then afterwards, like Willem Dafoe, they're laying there. Willem Dafoe's like "fuck you," and he's like, "You just don't get it, man. You just don't get it. Like, and that's the scene that works for me. But the fight beforehand, I'm like, this is just like borderline funny. Like,
nah, dude. Again, Dafoe is drunk. He's a drunk in a wheelchair. That's why he's acting like that.
Robbie, I have a question. In the beginning of this movie, they're in Massapequa and they're little kids and they're playing soldiers. Are you aware of a jungle in Massapequa?
Tuck-a-Pusher Preserve?
Well, shit. I'm gonna tuck-a-push you off a bridge. How's that?
Yeah, you go right ahead. Or I might have the name wrong, but there's a giant wooded preserve in Massapequa. There are woods all around Long Island. Literally not a town on Long Island doesn't have a wooded area. You know what I really love about the opening scene of this movie? It's a great representation of little boys playing war. Because one is constantly shooting the other. He's like, you're dead. He's like, no, I'm not. I don't know if you noticed from the credits, we're in Massapequa, and that's why there are 3 Baldwin brothers in this movie.
Are there 3? I only saw 1.
Yeah. I believe Billy, Stephen, and Daniel are all in this movie.
Wow.
I think some of them are very small parts.
Yeah.
But I believe there are 3 Baldwins. I kept waiting for some Stray Cats tunes, too.
You know you're on Long Island when it's just white people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If they got that right.
Yes, they did. Although they do show one black dude later. And even he's like, why am I here? What's going on?
Oh, I thought you meant when they're in the Bronx VA hospital.
No. These kids are way too young for kisses, right?
I don't know how old they're supposed to be.
I mean, they look real young. Well, they said it's like 1955 or something.
Which would make him about 9. I don't know, maybe. He is definitely too young for kisses, because after he kisses this girl and she's like, what'd you think? He's like, hey, check out how many push-ups I can do.
Yeah. Too bad he's got a fatal case of the cooties now, dude. Dude,
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Kissing without protection?
Dude, he's gonna need a cootie shot stat. Let's get that circle, dot, dot going.
The parade scene at the beginning is also great, because we get this very somber music over the celebration, and then the boys start looking at this veteran who lost both his arms. We see one veteran in the car, and you could tell he's hearing the fireworks and things going off, and he's suffering from PTSD.
Also, John Williams.
Forgettable score.
It's not Star Wars, I'll tell you that.
No. Doesn't hurt the movie at all. But
no, I would say it's good, but I don't remember it, like you said.
At one point when they're kids, the mother tells Ronnie that she had a dream about him. That he's going to be giving a speech in front of a lot of people and he's going to be very important. She says this in front of all his siblings. It's a real Dorothy and the Scarecrow situation here.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Ma, tell us who your favorite is.
Yeah. She's like, you're going to be great. You eat your piece. She says, communism needs to be stopped. It's God's will. 1950s America to a T, brother.
A lot of talk about communism early on in the movie. A lot of talk about communism and how it's coming in. And that's really what the whole movie is about, is how, as a public, we were sold that false bill of goods, that communism was going to come in and destroy our way of life.
Right. Yeah. And this whole thing is really about, I guess, the American public's loss of innocence, you know? Like, everybody was like, we fight the good fight. And then this happened, and they were like, wait, this is a terrible fight. wait a minute, we're dying for no reason.
There is that comparison, because they talk about it, how all of their fathers fought in World War II. And they all feel like that's something they need to do. That is their obligation, to go and fight for their country. It's like when Kovic goes and talks to the Wilsons, one of the things the father says is, you know, every generation of Wilson has fought for this country, and I bet every generation will fight for this country.
Right.
You know, it's telling the story of how we're a wartime country, and that really doesn't end.
No. The difference is World War II was a just war, like, to fight. You know, like, you're fighting for a good cause. Like, you're going to stop this maniac. Yeah, that's good.
At the beginning of the movie, it started to feel like it was taking a really long time to actually get to the war. But then there's one scene that I think saves that whole portion of the movie. And that is the father kind of trying to talk Ronnie out of signing up for the war because he had served and he knows the hell that war is.
Yes, I think the dad is a really good character throughout this movie because he doesn't say directly, but he clearly does not agree with the war. Mm-hmm. He clearly does not agree with his wife, but he's just like, I don't want to hear her, so I'm just gonna keep, just listen to your mother, But he is clearly like, hey, Ronnie, you don't have to do this. Just because I did it, you don't have to do this. It's very different. Great character. And wrong kid died.
Raymond J. Barry is incredible in this role.
Yeah.
But I do like that contrast of the mother who did not serve telling Ronnie, you gotta go. It's God's will. It's what you should do. And the father being like, son, you don't have to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, like the mom is 100% brainwashed. The dad is a little more free thinking.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if before the father served, he was just as brainwashed as the mother was. But now he's seen war.
Yeah.
And that gives you and this movie does that a lot, where the people who have never seen war are the ones who are like, hell yeah, you gotta go fight, you gotta go serve. And the people who have been there are like, ugh.
Yeah.
Don't do it, kiddo. Hey, Ronnie, you can't tell people you're taking a random girl to prom and then be shocked when the girl you actually want to take already has a date.
Yeah. I like the way that Tom Cruise plays young Ronnie. I feel bad for Ronnie because he really just is like an impressionable rube. He's just a young guy who all of his life, everybody's telling him, rah, rah, sis kumbaya, America. And now we're in a conflict, and he's like, rah, rah, sis kumbaya.
You keep doing the rah, rah, sis kumbaya. Chill, we're going to have to pay Lady Gaga rights.
Damn, you're right. Then when it comes to you see that he's actually very self-conscious, and he's a regular guy. He's like the everyman. And like when it comes to, asking out girls, he's terrified, and I don't blame him. I'm terrified. I'm scared of my wife. She's a girl, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I think Tom Cruise plays it really well.
I also think this movie does a really good job of making Keira Sedgwick and Tom Cruise look like high schoolers at the beginning.
Yes, I agree. But I think the wigs and the fake facial hair in this movie are really, really bad. like really, really bad. Dude, especially on his friend Timmy later. Like they're doing a close-up and he's got this very clearly fake mustache on. And I'm like, it's taking me out, guys. You gotta, come on. This is a multi-million-dollar budget movie. You gotta do better than this. And Tom Cruise's hair changing throughout the movie. It's just, it looks.
Well, he's aging.
Yeah, but do a better job with the wigs.
I just thought he looked like David Crosby.
He really does look like David Crosby. R.I.P.
But then when I looked up Ron Kovic, I was like, oh, he looks just like the guy.
Yeah, but just the hair. A lot of the time, I was like, the only one that it might have been his real hair was Willem Dafoe. Looked great.
I think that was just Dafoe. I think Willem Dafoe just showed up in his own clothes, and they were like, do your thing, dude.
Yeah, I think Willem Dafoe is the best actor in anything he's ever been in.
Especially when he's only in something for a short amount of time, and he gets to be as over the top as possible.
He's chewing the scenery there. He's just Willem Dafoe.
There's an incredible line when Ronnie's talking to his friends about prom. One of them says, "Don't get your head stuck between her tits."
That's how my uncle died. I think him running in the rain to prom is nice, and I really like the jump cut to Vietnam.
The running in the rain immediately told me this was added by Hollywood.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. But I think it's really well done that they have this nice little Hollywood moment, and then boom, you're in Vietnam, and there's an orange haze. That was really good. I think that really sold just the absolute change that happened to this guy.
I would 100% agree. I also really like that we're not in Vietnam for a long time here.
No, so like we were talking about how Oliver Stone did Platoon, and then he did this. Like Platoon is all Vietnam. This is more about the aftermath, which is good. I think it's very good. Also, I have in my notes, this is the worst day. Slaughtered civilians and friendly fire. This guy can't catch a break.
Womp womp. This dude does not understand the law of averages. He's talking to this guy and he's like, don't worry, I don't know a Georgia boy yet who's been hurt. So he's due.
I also like the captain or whatever, he's pointing, he's like, you see them? They're over there. You see them? You see him? Hey, tell me if you see him. And Tom Cruise, he clearly doesn't see him. And he's like, yeah, I see him. You just keep asking him over and over again. Yeah, I guess I see him. Okay, what do you want?
This scene where they walk into the building and find all the civilians that they have turned into Swiss cheese is incredible.
Yeah, hard to watch. Pretty hard watch, but...
Oh, yeah. But seeing the children crying, and it's gory, too. There are people who are messed up.
Yeah, there's children there that they put, like, guts prosthetics on. Like, it's rough, brother.
And this is where you really see the horrors of war start to set in for Ronnie. And he really wants to go back and save those kids, but his commanding officer's like, nah, bro, we're getting out of here.
Yeah. And I did like how everybody who's there is devastated by this.
And they start to rationalize it because they start going, they got in the way. They got in the way.
Yeah, and that's kind of what a lot of people have to do, and that's like you have to rationalize it. Like, I just murdered a family. Like, how do I make this right in my mind? You know, like, yeah, you see him coming over the hill, and you know, like he says it a couple times. Like, I was confused. There was a lot going on. I saw somebody coming up the hill. I shot him. It was Wilson. Whoever's playing Wilson, great dying acting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that looked real. Sometimes in movies, people die and they're like, dead. It's like, okay, that sucked, dude. This dude really sold it. Really, really sold it.
You're right. Some people do die in movies the same way Bugs Bunny dies in the cartoons, where he says the word croak.
Yeah. Yes.
Ronnie tells his commanding officer that he thinks he killed Wilson. Wilson!
It's a different movie, Robbie.
Oh, damn it. This dude doesn't want to hear it.
The way I saw this is like, he's kind of going to the captain for help.
Yeah.
He's like, what do I do? Like, I think I killed him. And again, Tom Cruise's acting here is 10 out of 10.
So good.
And the captain's like, hey, you shut up, okay? You shut up forever. Okay? Not what he needed to hear.
Nope. Well, even the captain says, like, I don't want to hear this right now.
Yeah.
It wasn't you.
Because he keeps pressing. Because he's like, nah, I've been out there. It's pretty rough. And he's like, yeah, but sir, I think I killed him. And he's like, no, you didn't. He's like, sir, I really think I killed him. He's like, you shut up. Shut up. It's rough, brother. It's rough out there.
I love the violence in the scene where he gets his ankle messed up. And we see this shot where the helicopter blows up, but we don't see the helicopter explode. It goes beyond the trees, and then we just see the flames come out. I thought that was really cool.
Now, I will say, I'm not a military man, obviously. But in this scene, they are just walking in an open field, up a hill. That's the worst decision to make when you're in the Vietnam War. What are you doing?
I think that's just the military sometimes. I think what choice do you have sometimes? I don't know. Like,
I don't know either. It just seemed like you're asking for it. They have the high ground, and there's no cover. What are you doing? But yeah, your boy gets blasted.
Right through the chest.
Ouchie.
Yeah. He eventually does get saved, And this scene in the triage unit is awesome. It's so intense.
The guy, the priest guy, says, like, just try to stay alive, all right? Just try to stay alive. Anyway, I'm here to read you your last rites. Which one is it, Doc? Am I living or am I dead? What's going on?
Well, he's not the doc. He's the priest. So he's telling us, like, I'm reading you your last rites in case you die. But try to stay alive. I mean, I know people who had their last rites read to them 4 or 5 times.
I cannot imagine.
When we get back from war, these orderlies are totally useless. This is a damning indictment on the VA system.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is probably the roughest, like, yeah, the all the Vietnam stuff is, like, you know, terrifying and horrible. But, like, you kind of know about it. This stuff isn't really talked about as much, at least. This seems like I would have given up. I would have been like, all right, I'm just going to die. Because this seems awful.
Oh, yeah. The fact that the orderlies are more interested in playing cards than helping out with someone's catheter. And we even get this scene at one point where the doctor's like, listen, the government just doesn't give us the resources. Ron eventually learns that he's going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life, and his father goes, speak English, Doc, we ain't scientists.
Yeah, I like how he's like, I will walk again. And he's like, it is impossible. He's like, nah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And that's like his character, you know, he was always like, I want to be the greatest at everything, but like he loses the wrestling. He lost Vietnam, essentially. He's determined. He's tired of being a loser. And it just sucks, man. It sucks. And then like he's finally like walking around, but he's not like his legs obviously like, are not. He's not really. He's just getting used to the crutches. And then he eats shit, dude.
Is that my bone?
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Again, Tom Cruise's acting is very good here. Like, excellent. Like, he falls. He's like, I felt something snap. I don't know if it was my neck. Like, can you check? And he looks down. Oh my God. Jesus.
The entire sequence in the hospital, I thought, was excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. And like them lining them up to like poop. And he's like, Doc, I think I'm done. And he's like, we'll wait until you're really done. You know, it's like how demeaning, you know, like degrading, all that. And like Ronnie, it just keeps getting worse. Like it never gets better. Like, because you see like the government, as they're losing this war, they're sending less money and less resources, like that doctor says. And it's getting worse. And it's just like he's sitting there with that thing that's draining blood from his leg or whatever.
Yeah, and they need the new pump.
Yeah, and he's like, I want to keep my leg. And the doctor's like, I don't know. Oh my God, it's rough.
He's trying to get out of there, and the orderly tells him, well, if we amputate the leg, you could be out of here in 2 weeks.
And he really wants to keep that leg.
He starts yelling that he wants to be treated like a human being. So did those women and children you killed. I think that's the point.
That is the point, yes.
When Ronnie returns home, I don't know why, but it's wild to me that his mother was the last member of the family to greet him.
I think she couldn't bear to see him like that. Because you see that when she does, she has to run away.
That's true, yeah.
I gotta be honest, this scene I didn't cry, but I got a little misty. A little misty, because, like, it's so sad. Like,
yeah,
the whole neighborhood coming out to greet him, and they're like everybody's like faking happy, and even him, he's like, oh, it's so great to see you guys. Like, he knows his life is gonna suck forever.
The most genuine emotion in this scene is from 2 characters. The father, because we see him hug, and he's very emotional that his son has returned home from war. Even though he's in a wheelchair, his father is just thrilled that his son came back. But also, Ronnie's brother, we start to feel that tension, because Ronnie's brother is the one who's against the war. And he doesn't outright say that yet, but there is definitely this awkwardness that is portrayed between these 2 characters when he first returns home.
After this scene, you get a scene with the dad where the dad breaks down.
Yeah.
He's crying. He's like, I'm just so glad that you're back home. But it's like, Damn. That's acting. That's tough
Very
acting
good.
to acting.
Very good. Boom. Tough
Thank
acting
you.
acting.
Yeah.
Ronnie goes to his buddy's burger joint. This is the same buddy who, when they were talking earlier, was not going to go serve in the war. He was going to go to college. Is this supposed to be all-American?
It is in Massapequa, right?
That was my first thought. I was like, is this all-American or another burger joint?
Damn, I haven't had All-American in years.
This dude cuts a circle out of every burger to save money.
Saves $40,000 a year.
I mean, and in 1972 or whatever, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we do the calculation. That's a billion zillions.
Holy carp. The owner of the burger joint offers Ronnie a job, and Ronnie's like, nah, I'm gonna mooch off the government for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny
I
because...
feel like he earned it, Robbie.
No, he did. They even kind of say that in the film because his buddy's like, oh, what? Come on, you don't want to work for your money? He's like, and he kind of is like, I earned this money. I can't walk anymore. I earned this.
Yeah, and it's
he's
$1,700 a month.
Yeah, pretty good back then.
Yeah, that's real good.
Ronnie's mom refers to his brother and his friends as creepy long hairs who smoke pot.
If his mom was a man, I'd punch him in the face.
Hey, you just described my buddy Robb.
No, it's just like, that's such a, like, you're like a caricature, you know? It's such like an old, tired, I guess back then it wasn't that old, but like, you know, it's just, shut up.
I think she was supposed to be the over-the-top representation of that character because she is supposed to kind of be the foil to the father. The movie keeps putting Massapequa, New York on the bottom of the screen, but they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
it was still here.
Yeah. They put Massapequa, New York, like when they're at the house, and then they'd be at a burger joint, and they put Massapequa, New York. It's like, yeah, I assumed you're still in Massapequa. He's just getting a burger.
It goes Kenya, Africa. You traveled the world to get this burger.
But then they don't put one when they're down in Miami later.
Somebody's fired.
I was baffled by this decision. Unless I missed it. I will say that. Unless I missed it, because I do take 5 pages of notes. So every now and then I gotta look down and type. So unless I missed it, but I'm pretty sure there was no Miami and there was no Mexico little placard.
Email in.
Yeah, email in. How wrong am I?
Yeah, roydsreview@gmail.com. So there's a theme of sacrifice in this, right? Like even the wrestling coach in the beginning saying some like pretty on the nose stuff. He's like, if you want to win, you got to sacrifice. If you want what you want, you need to sacrifice. It's like, okay, that's pretty on the nose for this Vietnam movie. But like, you see that he has sacrificed his entire life essentially and gotten nothing back other than the $1,700 a month. But like, that's not anything compared to what you've given, you know?
Right.
So pretty good stuff.
The movie, when Ron is in the parade and he's being celebrated, is a great contrast to when he was a kid earlier watching the parade. Back then, when he was a kid, everyone was celebrating these veterans. Now, half the people watching the parade are booing him. People are giving him the finger.
Yeah, and he's the one who's flinching every time a firework goes off.
And that's another great example of how this movie shows PTSD in a good way. He's not screaming. He doesn't have this emotional breakdown where he starts crying. But you can tell he's panicking. He's hearing gunshots. He hears a baby cry in the background at one point. And he's just like, I can't do this. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, when he's giving the speech and he just freezes. Ooh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Also, the scene, I think it already happened, but that scene where the brother finally just says, like, hey, Ronnie, I just don't agree with you, all right? Like, the war is bad, and you're kind of an idiot for going and fight it. He gets mad. He's like, love it or leave it. Love it or leave it. That's like his whole personality at this point, is love it or leave it. And there is a moment at the end where I did laugh, because at the end of it, he's like, I can't believe what Tommy just said to me, Ma. "Man, did you hear what Tommy just said to me? I can't believe what he just said to me." It's like, yeah, all right. It's because, like, that's such a, like, if they were to actually debate, he'd just get decimated because he has no, all he knew was fight wars for America, and that's good.
Right.
That's all he knew, and that's still all he knows at this point. Even though he's been through all this, it's just taking him, it's taking a lot for him to realize. I think he knows deep down at this point. He knows that America was dead wrong, but he can't admit it because that would mean he lost his legs for nothing.
Right, and I'm going to be honest, that it would be a hard pill to swallow.
Oh, 100%.
There are multiple instances in this movie of a band or an artist playing a cover of a song. So at one point, we get a woman playing A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall. At another point in the bar, we get a band covering Born on the Bayou. Do you think this was to get around paying the royalties for the original versions?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, honestly.
Another scene I really like in this movie, it's right before Ronnie and his mother have that fight at the home, is when he's at the bar and he's talking a lot of shit while they're playing pool. And he talks to this World War II Marine veteran. And the guy says to him, "You served and you lost." And you almost get this sense of the World War II veterans resent the Vietnam War veterans for losing.
I never thought about it like that. I mean, but I think it's more like what I was saying earlier. It's like they had a good reason to go to war. For Vietnam, we did not.
No, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, because this was a World War II veteran, and up until this point, America had this idea that we don't lose wars. You know,
right.
Despite Korea being a little bit, 10 years, we didn't lose. It was a time. Right. With Vietnam, I was wondering while watching that if these older Americans who served in World War II, so they still had that view on a lot of things that Ronnie has at the beginning of this movie of love it or leave it, serving is what you gotta do, you gotta win, because even that coach at the beginning, the wrestling coach is like, you gotta kill!
Yeah.
So I wonder if these older veterans who served in World War I, World War II, were looking at these Vietnam vets being like, you lost, and that's why everybody hates you. If you just did your job, no, you wouldn't be treated like this. But you lost, and now you're going to come home and whine about it?
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
It's a theory I'm positing, wondering if that's how these people felt. I'm not saying this is how I feel.
No, I know. I'm thinking there's for sure some people who thought that, but that's also like you're missing the bigger picture. You know, like
right.
You like if you think that way, like also they're very different wars. Like there wasn't really guerrilla warfare going on in World War II.
No, but again, this is, we can say these things with the benefit of 70 years and 80 years hindsight. You know, these people don't have the internet. They don't have the news resources and the research capabilities that we do now. There is no way that character who said you served and you lost would think of that.
I agree.
He looks at it as, I'm a Marine and I won, you're a Marine and you lost. Some brother you are. The scene when he's fighting with his mother, one line I really do love is when he starts yelling, "Thou shalt not kill women or children. Isn't that what you taught me?"
Yeah, that was really good. A line in that I don't like is when he says, "Communism won." I was like, all right, that's not a good line.
But I think he's saying that just to piss his mom off.
Yes, he's trying to get a rise out of her. And I don't blame him. Because his mom is insufferable.
Yeah.
And then she damns him to hell.
Willem Dafoe is like second credit in this movie. And he's in this movie for 5 minutes. We finally meet him down in Mexico. I thought he's coming back to America. Nope.
No, he was in Platoon as well.
Same character?
Nope. Maybe. No, because spoiler alert, he dies. No. But yeah, I think he's just a big name actor, so they're like, let's throw him on there.
Incredible line down in Mexico. If you don't have it between the hips, have it between the lips. And it's like, listen, Willie, we know the stories. We know you got it between the hips.
Yeah, brother. You got something. You got a big old hose.
He's knocking out rats as he walks.
Jesus Christ.
This lady of the night convinces Ronnie to come upstairs with her. First
What's
of
she
all,
showing?
booby. Bush.
Bush.
Bush. Bush. Blue's Clues got weird.
Booby. Boobies.
Yeah, Blue's Clues is weird, man.
All right. How are they doing this? What is the actual sex act that is being performed between Ronnie and this lady of the night?
So my impression was that she is pretending to be penetrated by him. She's just bouncing on his flaccid wiener. Nothing's going in, nothing's going out, but she's just pretending. And that's giving him
Roll it up into a ball and shove it in there.
Good Lord.
He also gets another prostitute later. Did you notice who was playing the second prostitute that charges 60 pesos?
No.
It was Vivica A. Fox.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm more of a fan of Vivica B. Wolf.
Very good, Andy. Excellent.
Oh, no, it's not.
No,
it's not.
it was. We get another great line from Charlie when he says, "Keep one hand on her tits, the other on your wallet."
On your wallet, yeah. She seemed very nice.
She did. That was another thing. He buys her a gift and goes back and then sees her like grab another guy's Johnson. But he gives her the gift. Was he devastated? I didn't understand any of that.
I think so. I think she was so convincing to him that they were in love or something. And then he's like, oh no. Because then he goes on a bender where he does the 60 pesos. But like, I also like when he shows up here, there's one guy who's just like, dude, get out of here. Like, don't stay here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I love the scene when Ronnie and Charlie are fighting on their wheelchairs in the middle of nowhere. They're just spitting at each other and cursing at each other. They're arguing who killed more babies.
Again, I thought it was a bit much, but it is kind of, you made a good point. I think this is the final nail in the coffin for Ronnie, because he's like, let me just do what's right, like what's right for me. And I could raise awareness of how shitty the government is. Well,
we kind of see that because he has a great line there where he says to Charlie, do you remember when things made sense?
Says you just don't get it. Don't you remember when things made sense? Yeah. That's good. And Charlie is just not receptive to that at all. He's like, fuck you. It's just like, all right, man, you're lost. You're gone. I can't save you. But I can save myself.
Towards the end of the movie, there's a scene when everyone's protesting and the cops start gassing the protesters. And another protester picks up Ronnie in the same way he was picked up on the battlefield.
Well, this is a part where, like, okay, this is the Ronnie Kovic right here. Like, he's fully formed at this point. For some reason, he's really articulate. Like, this whole movie, he was not very articulate at all. Kind of a dumb guy. But all of a sudden, at the end, they put a microphone on him. Like, what do you have to say? And he says the most articulate shit about the Vietnam War and how the government is mistreating its veterans and killing its whole generation of young men for no reason. Where was this guy this whole movie?
I think it's because he's speaking with conviction now. He was never really saying anything with conviction because he didn't know why he believed these things. He was always just kind of told to believe it. And when that's like the case, it's very hard to articulate your feelings. But now, these are his convictions, and these are convictions that are formed through life experience, where he can now really articulate his anger and express his anger in a way that he didn't know how to before.
Yeah, you're right. I was quizzing you, and you got it.
And finally, the movie ends at the Democratic National Convention as Ronnie's mom's dream comes true, and he gives his little speech.
Yeah.
I like that he says he feels like he's finally home in that little speech. which makes sense. Or right before the speech, because now he feels accepted. He's back in America, and he's being universally cheered at this convention instead of being booed by half the crowd just for existing.
Right. And, like, he always wanted to be, great at something. It didn't work out with wrestling. It didn't work out in Vietnam. But, like, now people want to see him speak. It's a good full circle little thing. This is leftist Forrest Gump.
Leftist propaganda.
Hey.
Should you go to Letterboxd, Andy?
I think so, Robbie.
You can follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand. Andy, this might surprise you. I really enjoyed this. I didn't think it was phenomenal, but I thought this was really good. I thought Tom Cruise was excellent. I really thought all the acting was great in it. I thought the movie looked great. The dialogue was really good. I had some issues with the pacing, as we wasted a lot of time with the character of Donna when we didn't need to. I thought the scene before we went to the Vietnam War, that whole segment went on just a bit too long. But I thought they did a really good job of showing the growth of Ronnie Kovic as a person. I think this was a 4-star movie.
I agree with the pacing issues. I think this movie's too long. Like, objectively, I think they could have cut out a decent amount. I think the acting is really good. I think there are times when Tom Cruise isn't as good as he is in other scenes, but that's okay. A scene, I think a real standout scene, when he is telling the Wilsons that he like he's hyperventilating and like tears are flying out of his face. It's just like, but he's quiet. Incredible. He should have won an award for that performance alone. But too long. Would never watch this again just because it's a downer, brother. I mean, it ends kind of like an upper, but it's a downer. I would have went 3.5, but I'll go 4 because it is really good, but it's also not excellent.
No, there are definitely points it could be better, but I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna go 4. We're only off by a half a star.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with 4. That's fine.
We have given Born on the 4th of July 4 stars on Letterboxd. Isn't that interesting? Hey everybody, Editor Robb here. We got a comment on YouTube asking us to talk about John Getz in Born on the 4th of July. He plays the Marine Major who Ron Kovic, Tom Cruise, tries to confess that he killed Wilson by friendly fire to. John Getz does a really good job portraying an exasperated Marine commander. He really does not want to hear what Ron has to say. He basically tells him, "No, you didn't kill Wilson. Get out of my face." While John Getz is only in Born on the 4th of July for about 2 or 3 minutes, it's one of the more memorable scenes in the movie. Thank you for commenting. Andy, I wrote a song.
Prove it.
I will. My song is called Working Man's War, and I did something totally different. First off, Andy, guess what I did with the guitar tuning on this song?
Drop diggity D?
Open Siggity C.
What?
Yeah. I tried to do a sort of 60s folk song. So it's just me on an acoustic guitar and a harmonica, which is funny because I purchased this brand new MIDI with a drum pad and everything back here. And then I just didn't use it on the first song I wrote for this podcast.
That's fine. Robbie, could you explain to me what open C is? What's your top string?
So top string, so you take the E string, the low E, and you're going down 2 full steps down to C with it.
Okay.
Your A string goes to G, your D goes to C, your G stays the same, your B goes to C, and your E stays the same.
So like you strum it open and it's a C chord.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It makes it good for slide guitar because you could play like full chords just by barring. Like, I don't know exactly what it is. It's the first time I've ever done it. I wanted to play around with a new tuning.
Very cool. I'm excited.
So that's what I did. The song is called Working Man's War, and it's a little acoustic number that I did. A lot of finger picking on it. It's called Working Man's War, and it goes like this.
working man's war. Sold the false bill of goods, believe what they said on TV. So I got real angry and I got a gun to go and kill Charlie. 'Cause the young man's life is the old man's feet. Hug my mama goodbye and give one last kiss to my dear girlfriend. Went into a village and made sure some kid would never see again. 'Cause every rich man's fight leads to a poor boy's end. Every rich man's fight becomes a working man's war.
That was my song called Working Man's War.
That's a really good line. Every rich man's fight is a working man, or is a poor man's end. It's really good.
Thank you. Thank you, yeah. At least, yeah.
I'm glad I came up with
Yeah.
that and sent it to you.
Ah, good. I appreciate that. Yeah, I wanted to do like a something that was like a 60s, almost Dylan-esque protest song.
I liked it.
So
Really good.
I had a fun time. Yeah, I went to open Siggity C, and I started playing that riff, and I was like, got it.
That's it. That's it,
That's
brother.
it. And
That was
then,
good.
yeah. Thank you.
Really good.
Yeah.
And the lyrics were really good.
Thank you. Open C is actually a lot of fun for finger picking. A ton of fun.
I've never done an open tuning.
But I had never done it before either. This is the first time I had ever done it.
Yeah, like we've been playing for well over like 20 years now.
Yeah, same here.
Never tried an open tuning. Yeah, just scared.
It's one of those things where taking that low E string and bringing it down 2 full steps is like, it's like, is there any tension on this thing now?
Yeah.
But it's cool. It gives you that cool, like, almost twangy sound.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. I used no pick on that, and I just thumbed with the strum. I strummed with the thumb. But yeah, fun song. I had a good time playing it. I'm just tooting my own horn on it because I was happy with it.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was really good.
So,
Yeah, great
that's,
job. Great job, man.
Thank you. That's 2 weeks in a row I did a different tuning. Last week was Drop D.
Drop what?
Drop Diggity D.
There it is.
Open Siggity C this week. It was a Marlboro Red.
Nice. Robbie, I've got a question. One more question.
Yeah, please.
Robbie, what's going on? What we got going on next week?
Next week, we are doing 1981's Evil Dead.
Cool.
Fred.
Oh, all right.
Evil Bread.
One more.
Evil said.
What did Evil say?
Evil said, you should listen to our music, and Andy's going to tell you all about it.
It's pretty good. You go to Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you get your music, you type in The Royds, you'll find a bunch of collections of podcast songs and also 2 albums and a Christmas song. Now, if you want everything, you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com. You'll find literally every single song from every single podcast, including guest songs and bonus songs. Also, the YouTube has all the songs. Robbie, tell us a little more about that.
You go to YouTube, you go to TikTok, you go to Instagram, you go to Reddit, you type in TheRoydsBand, and you'll see us. I said that really quickly, so you better have been listening.
Yeah.
Send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. Fill out the form below to request a movie. Get in touch with us any way you'd like to request a movie. I actually went through Spotify comments again recently. We actually have a few requests in there that we totally forgot about, so we should do those.
Okay, cool.
Oopsie
cool.
whoopsie, I did a poopsie in my pants.
Robbie pooped his pants.
It's from this coffee I'm drinking.
Hey. All right, well, next week, Evil Dead.
Evil right said Fred. I'm too sexy for this murder. Too sexy for this skeleton.
That's clearly Robbie never saw Evil Dead, but he's vaguely aware of what's.
And he is correct on that. And he is 100% correct on what he just said. Rob has never seen Evil Dead, but he is vaguely aware because there are skeletons involved and Bruce Campbell. And I like soup, so.
Okay.
All right, bye everyone. We're
see
doing
you
songs
later.
about soup next week.
Yep.
Soup. The evil soup.